Girl, Miss Lee here on the Loyal BBN Fan Show, ready to bring you this pregame and chat a little bit about our cats and what we need to look for tonight, what we need to see out of the team, who we think are score predictions, MVPs, and all of that. So let's get into it. So tonight we're playing Vanderbilt at Vanderbilt. Okay, they are 9-1 at home. We are 11-2. Um, they were on a winning streak where they hadn't lost a game and then they lost three. They lost to Arkansas, Florida, and Texas. And then from there, you know, they lost or then they won. They won against Mississippi State. So their winning streak is one. Our winning streak right now is five. We are on a 5-game winning streak, y'all. I never thought 2 months ago I'd be saying this. From the way we started playing to begin with, I never thought that I would be saying we are on a 5-game winning streak and it's SEC games and we've had some on the road. So I'm really excited about what I've been seeing from this team. How everyone's changed. I hate, I hate that Cam Williams got injured. I hate that Jalen Lowe had to have surgery, but it's what was best for him, for his situation. I don't like that. I hate to see that Jaden Quayton's is still having issues, but, hear me out though. So I think that those guys being out has caused the guys that are playing to just get that much better. Like it's improved their games with the other guys being out. I'm not saying I want them out. I'm not saying, because I really hate that they're injured, but it has made everybody step up and improve their games so much. I mean, Colin Chandler has just been on it, y'all. Just on it. Welcome to the show, David. David says Cats will have a tough time tonight. Last time they were in Nashville, they got booed out of the gym. Hope they can erase those memories tonight. I hope so too. David, I really do. You got to look at it too. These guys aren't the same guys. Some of them are. Most of them aren't. So they didn't have to deal with that. Brent's got one of the Vandy Chris. Nothing against your team, you as a fan, but Vanderbilt has some of the most nastiest fan base that there is. Just ugly. Vandy Chris, like I said, that does not include you. Tina, what's up, girl? Oh my gosh. So, y'all, I'm really, really, really excited for this game. There are a few players that I want to touch on, that I was looking at that might be an issue for us. Right now, by the way, we are like, yeah, they're 4-3 in the conference and we're 5-2. So that is definitely a plus. But some of the guys that I was looking at on their team, I can get my junk to go over here. It probably won't work. Um, It's gotta work. Okay, here we go. So one of the guys that I'm looking at that I'm concerned with is that Frankie Collins because he's a really good guard, and if he gets open, he can pretty much take a shot from anywhere. He's gonna take a lot of shots. He's not going if he gets open, he's gonna take them. He's not, you know, the greatest at threes, but he's gonna do what he can. What's up, Eric? Go Big Blue. David, we do need 20 assists tonight to win. I do believe that. I believe that assists are going to be huge tonight. Once again, go in the paint. We always do better in the paint. We score more points in the paint. If you go back and look at the previous games that we've had, we have scored more points in the paint than we have from anywhere. So, I mean, that proves that that's something we need to make sure that we do. That's something that has to be it has to be paid attention to. It has to be, you know, consciously making good choices, holding the ball, don't dribble the crap out of the ball, but don't hold on to it where they can get it. If you've got that ball and you're not going to get it to the rim or anything, keep it up high. Um, do not bring that ball down low because that's when they're going to get you. That's when we're going to end up seeing turnovers. Turnovers cannot happen tonight. You make a turnover with Vanderbilt and they're scoring. So we cannot have a lot of turnovers tonight. We really, really, really need to be conscious of that. Good ball handling, good team effort, good communication. We finally started seeing better communication with this team. The first few games, it looked like they were just out of sorts. But now it's more like we're actually, communicating. Eric, so with the injury report, of course, Jalen Lowe, JQ won't be playing from what I heard. And of course, Cam Williams is out. Last I heard, JQ was not playing tonight. So, it's going to be the team that we've been playing with, but they work really well together. I hope Noah gets hot. I do. I hope he's coming into it. And I really, really, really hope he does get hot. Let me look real quick. See if there's been any updates. Because last I checked, before I got on here, JQ was not playing. So I'm just looking to see if there's been any updates. Well, my phone doesn't want to pick up anything right now. So we will just go on from there. Um, I think that I know I keep saying I want to see 20 minutes worth of ball in the first half and 20 in the second half. Um, yeah, Duke Miles is out. Yeah, that's the only one I've heard. But for us, I haven't really heard anything. I'm from Harlan. I've given up all hope for Noah. I hope you're right. He doesn't play aggressive. Noah's coming into it. Like he does need to play a little more aggressive and more physical, but he is coming into his game. He's coming into his shot. So even getting a couple of really good backdoor plays or getting a few, you know, really good rebounds or something, he doesn't have to come in and score 20 points or 15 points. Rebounds are big, just like BG. I don't expect BG to come in here and score 15 points a game, but the rebounds are where those guys come into play. They're big for other reasons other than scoring. If they're in the right place at the right time, those rebounds can be huge because then we can get our second win. We can get a second chance at that basket, at those points. And yes, I agree with you, Tyson. They need to get off to a fast start. I keep saying I don't want 20 minutes of nothing. It's like you're telling the other team, "Hey, I'm going to spot you 16 points. Let's just play the second half." We can't do that. We need to play 40 minutes of ball. I don't really care who's in. If they're playing ball and they're playing the best game they can play, then I really don't mind so much, who's in there, to be quite honest. Christy, what's up? Thanks for joining. Jake, I do. I hate it. I hope he shows up. I hate the pressure from the fan base that Noah's getting. But if everybody stops and actually looks at the games that he's played, the progress he has made is insurmountable. He has actually gone in there. He doesn't seem afraid to. He looked a little skittish on shooting at first, but I mean, he's not looking like that anymore. He looks more comfortable out there. Yes, he needs to be more physical, but he looks comfortable. I'll be honest. I did not think in the first few games of the season that he even looked comfortable. But I feel better about that now than I did. David, you are correct. If Noah would just get his shot and just start banging the boards, and shooting those shots, take the shots. He is an offensive guru. He's not. He could be just as good as Reed if he just took the shots. Because sometimes you need to just work through that. If you're missing shots, keep shooting till you start making them. I mean, how many guys have done that? You have to shoot through it sometimes. And I think Dorman, hey, what's up? I think Noah will be fine. He is a shooter. He's just got to find his niche. It took Cam Williams a little bit to find his, and he did. And then we see what he did. So expect Noah to have one of those games. Expect him to. He's got to look for more shots. He's got to not pass the ball if he has a shot. But like I said, there are other important things too. I mean, yes, we need to score to win. Don't get me wrong. But a guy's presence to get a rebound or to make a good pass or to see an open lane, those are all very important as well. Scott says, Haley, our Cats have to start on a fast start, 40 minutes of hard nosed physical basketball. Yes, yes, exactly. And we've been saying that all year. Now, it's great that we've been winning when we haven't done that, but like, I need to double my meds, my BP meds or something, because I can't. They gonna get me one of these days, y'all. Cardiac Cat's gonna get me. Noah's thinking too much. He just needs to breast him and shoot the ball. Okay, last game at one point, Colin Chandler got the ball in his hands and just put it up and scored. Jasper Johnson, another one, catch and release. Don't take time to think about it. Don't take time and sit there and size it up too long. As soon as the ball touches your hand, shoot. When Noah has done that, he has done way much better. Don't think, just shoot. This will be a 3-point shooting contest. Kentucky wins, you lose. Yes, yes, it will. Larry, yes, we hope we beat Vandy. He's the best. He is good. He does need to get aggressive. He does need to get to the line. I think that I think tonight will be a big game for him. He was there last year when they got booed. So, he's still got that in his head, and it might happen again. It'll affect him one of two ways. It's either going to make him play harder and better, or he's going to, feel that. And we need these guys to make sure that they put that out of their heads. I know it's hard when you got a whole bunch of people booing at you, but you just have to definitely get that out of your head and play some ball. There has to be a strong game tonight. This is Vanderbilt. They were undefeated. This has to be a strong game. 40 minutes of strong game, not 20 in the second half or 8 in the second half or whatever. We need to get the ball. We need 50-50 balls. We need to make sure we are rebounding. We cannot let them get our offensive rebounds. Tonight's going to be huge. I think Brandon Garrison needs to play a strong role in rebounding because Malachi's been getting some rebounds. I love seeing Aberdeen get rebounds. Like, this is going to be huge. We have to make sure that we are getting those rebounds. We have to block them out. We have to just make sure that when we get them, we either put it back and score or get the ball back out to somebody that can. You can't sit there and back and forth with it under the goal or somebody's taking it away from you. Either put it back up and draw a foul or get it back out to somebody that can shoot. But these turnovers have got to stop. We cannot play if we're not playing a strong physical game or we start down, then we cannot have turnovers. Hope is entering this game, getting his guys to the line. That could be Kentucky wins, you lose, because we're going to score that way. Christopher, what's up? Mo D. Yes, Mo is going to be a real physical beast tonight, I believe, and we need him to be. We really do. And that's exactly right, Travis. That's just like I was saying. If Noah could get to the free throw line and see about 5, yes. Yes. I mean, if he's just going up for a rebound and he gets the rebound and gets fouled, or is trying to put it back up and get fouled. If he can make 5, that's huge for us. Huge. So that's really, really important, I believe. The guys are all just going to have to come out. Like I said, they're going to have to go in the paint. And if you don't want to go in the paint, message or call Color Creators at 859-270-9488 for any and all of your painting and staining or pressure washing needs. They take the pain out of painting. If you don't want to touch the paint, Color Creators will. Free estimates, call Chris at 859-270-9488. But guys, for real though, if we can get to the line, like, that's going to be really big tonight for us. We're going to have to. We're gonna have to. If UK gets 20 assists and shoots 85 from free throws, Cats win by 6. If not, they lose by 6. David, that's a really good way to look at it. Um, you know, we have to. We have to be in the paint to get 20 assists and get 85% or better from free throws because we have to actually get to the free throw line. And the only way we're going to get to the line is by going in the paint. We got to make layups too, guys. What is up with us and layups lately? Why are we not making layups? Easy layups. Like, I'm not even talking anything where you've got a whole bunch of guys on you. I'm talking easy layups. I don't understand why we're not making them. It's got me baffled. I just can't think of any good reason why. We're not going too hard. We're just missing them. So I'm hoping that gets better soon. And Jelly, what about Jelly, y'all? He's been really coming into it. Like Jelly's been playing some good defense. He's been getting some steals, some rebounds. He's making some good shots here and there. I'd like to see him have a really good night tonight as well. Timmy, who's in the house tonight? UK. But yeah, guys, this Aberdeen and Oway. Yeah, I just I'm excited for this game. And I'm going to put my jammies on and my slippers like I do every game because since I started wearing that combination, we have not lost a game. My Christmas jammies and my UK slippers. We have not lost a game yet. So I'm not changing that one bit, y'all. It'll be jammies and UK slippers. If anybody else, whatever you've been doing, do the same thing. The bunny hoppers are great if you make them, but if you're missing them, you can't do that. Jake, you are right. Jasper needs to have an amazing game tonight. If we could get another game out of him like we did the last game, holy buckets. Yes, Jelly will help us from the arc, but he's been getting some really good rebounds, and we really need him to be physical and get in there and get that going. Chris, this is going to be an important game. This is going to be huge, and here's why. Because Vanderbilt was undefeated. The only people that have beat them is Texas, Florida, and Arkansas. We have to win this because that'll give us kind of an idea where we're at when we go to face Florida and Arkansas. And I'm glad that we play Vandy the second time at home. That's going to be amazing. UK basketball light shootout tonight. Yeah, we need somebody to shoot the lights out. I will agree with you, Larry, 100%. Somebody needs to get hot and shoot the lights out for sure. Chris, I'm in my UK pants every game pretty much. We can't do no pretty muches anymore, Chris. We need to be in your pants. Wear them every game. I hope he does. It's not dirty. They said it was washed. It's just a stain that won't come out. Regardless, do not get that boy a new jersey. Let him keep wearing that one. Let him keep wearing that same jersey with the smudge on it. Because whatever, it's been lucky, y'all. It's been lucky. So keep that jersey on that boy. I think Colin Chandler. What's up, Kentucky Football Nation? Y'all make sure you follow him on YouTube. He's amazing, really knows his stuff, and he's so much fun to listen to, and he's so knowledgeable. So make sure you uh, check him out on YouTube as well. I think Chandler too. I think he's really coming into it. So he could be one of the most consistent in the last 4 games that we've had. I believe that Chandler has been one of the most consistent and the most progressive. Vanderbilt's going to play with a ton of confidence. We have to match that from the beginning. Yes, we need to stop playing down to teams. Like, if there's a team that we're picked to beat, we need to stop playing down to their level. We need to make them come to our level because then we can wear them out. Then we can get them to make crazy fouls and stupid fouls. That's all it takes. If you can take their legs out of them, and we can take their energy away. It's almost like, do we play these games intentionally and not play worth a crap until 8 minutes left in the game just to tire the other team out? Is that a strategy? I mean, we've been doing that for 30 years or more. So, I mean, is that strategy? Is that something that's passed on? Hey, just don't play very well. And then the last 8 minutes of the game, play as hard as you can because they're going to be tired. I mean, it just seems like that's the case. We know it's not, but it just seems like it. But I'm looking forward to us being very, very physical tonight. So, score predictions. My score prediction is 87-81 Kentucky. Let me have y'all's predictions for tonight. Tyson, you're 100% correct. If everybody played all the minutes that they play for 40 minutes, is the best game we can, and played with effort, we are a pretty good team. But it would be different. We might start being feared again if we actually played 40 minutes of ball, just out and out balling. Then, that might change. But yeah, let me see your all's predictions. I'm curious to see who's feeling like the same. Unless it's a real defensive game, then of course the score is going to be low. Okay, 99. Larry says 99. Kentucky wins, you lose 72-70 in overtime. UK. Ooh, overtime. Man, I don't know if I can handle that. I don't know if I can take it. Chris says 87-79. Tammy says 78-72 Kentucky. Eric says 89-76 Vandy. Sandy's got 78-71. Jake's got 79-75. Dorman's got 88-80. Son of a gunner. You know what, honey? You don't have to. Mine are close, but no cigar. So you don't have to. It's good. Just don't do it anymore. We're winning. Just let's not change anything. Um I love that. Okay, so MVP. Who y'all got for MVP tonight? That's gonna be a hard one with the way everybody's doing good. Whoever gets the 65 first, Tyson says. Evan says 81-72. Okay. What about MVP, guys? Son of a gunner, I know it's a real thing. And I'm telling you, girl, no more. You are not allowed to pick. You're not allowed to guess a score. So make me hunt you down. No, I'm just kidding. Kentucky wins, you lose, says Chandler. Larry says Jasper. Eric says Chandler or Jelly. Now, see, those were going to be my picks, Chandler or Jelly, because there you can just feel it coming, especially after the way Chandler played when he was sick. You could just feel it. Air Chandler MVP. Chandler. Besides OA, Aberdeen. Okay, okay. If I had to, I would say, Mo's been due. Mo hasn't he's due for a really good physical game too. Tammy says Otega. Jake says he thinks it's a Moreno game. And it could be really down under the basket rebounds, a lot going on down there. Him having to have a lot of putbacks and things like that. That could be where this ends up going with us. It really could. It depends on if it's an inside game or not. I know. Okay, so Ronald says Vanderbilt 80, Kentucky 60. So you think we're going to lose by 20 points to Vanderbilt? Interesting. Kentucky wins, you lose. Yes, Moreno is a really good pick. I don't see us losing by 20 points to Vanderbilt. Hoping it doesn't happen. Like I said, I'm going to put my jammies and my slippers on uh, just to make sure. Larry says, go Cats. What's up, Melissa? How's it going, girl? Colin Chandler and Malachi Moreno, Sandy says. Those are definitely good picks. I mean, Colin's just been heating up, and Colin has just been progressing and so has Moreno. And the two of them make a good combination. You know how you have two guys, you'll get a pair of two guys on the floor that can read each other really well and play really well together. Those two are like night and day, like they're right there together. They're definitely in sync. They're definitely in sync. Jalen Lowe and Jesper Johnson were really in sync too. Um, so I'm hoping that this combination of Colin Chandler and Moreno will continue to boost us. The assist from them is we're getting really good numbers. Bandy Chris, what's up? I know you're cheering for your Commodores, and I said earlier Vanderbilt has one of the worst fan bases, but you were the exception. I did not include you in that. Um, I definitely did not include you in that because we do not feel that way about you. But the way they got booed last year, I'm kind of, the guys that haven't experienced that on our team are going to have to get over that because it's going to happen. We know it is. So, it's going to be really big. It's going to be Eric. You think we're going to hit at least 10 to 12 3-pointers? I'd like to see that. Like to see that. Yes, son of a gunner, you're right. They do. They have a guard that can really, really shoot. Second leading scorer ruled out for Vandy. Duke Miles, unfortunately, think UK pulls it off tonight because of that. Shout out to my boy Bryant. Vandy has a fast point guard. Yeah, that point guard, yeah, we need to stay on him. Like, we have to disrupt him any way we can. If we have to double team him, we have to double team him. Uh, that's just the way it is. Whatever it takes to shut him down. Kentucky wins, you lose. Hope we kick your tires. Mo may be the key. Kevin, I was saying that earlier. Like, if he can get really physical, then I really think that he could give us a good game. I think that his rebounding and getting up to the goal and basket will be big. Yes, Ronald, we remember the last time they were in Nashville. Arkansas and Oklahoma are tied up 61-61 with minutes to go. Don Ho. Yeah, I know, man. It's going to be rough. Nobody's saying it's going to be easy. Like, this is going to be a test. This is really going to be a test for us to go in that environment, play that game, and win it. Like, that's going to be a test of what we can do. Tyler Tanner is not just quick and high profile scorer. He's the best defending point guard in the. Yeah, that's the one I was saying earlier. I'm worried about. Vandy Chris. Yes, please. Thank you, Sandy. You guys smash the like button and help us out, please. Smash the like button. Let's get as many likes as we can. Let's show Mike that I can do a good job. Come on. Make me look good, y'all. Hit that like button. It don't take but a second. Y'all can do this. I keep forgetting to put the thing up here that tells everybody to click like and stuff. Because I'm doing the other stuff too, so I keep forgetting. Every SEC game is a dogfight. Yes, and all the ones from here on out are going to be too. I'm kind of glad we got like the ones we have at the end at home. That's making me feel better. But yeah, we got booed so bad the last time we were there that we need to make up for that. Like, I'm worried about the guys going in that have never experienced that. I really am. That worries me. OA does need to watch the fouls for sure. Thank you, Vandy Chris, for smashing the like button. Um, yeah, they did play me ball back then, David. They really did. This team actually communicates, and we've been playing wee ball. So hopefully this will be better. Thank you, Don, for hitting the like button. Everybody, if you haven't, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't, please. Please subscribe to the channel. Tyler Nickel, that's the other one. That's the other one. Yes, both the Tylers. We need to like Tyler squared. Like they need to go. Owe needs to play his game for sure. Go to the basket. Do whatever you can. Play your game. Don't worry about it. Yes. Yes. Tyler, yes. We don't need too many Tylers out there, y'all. But speaking of Tyler, it reminds me of Tyler Eulis, and he was a great point guard. So I kind of miss him, y'all. I really do. It has been a season. Sandy, you're right. It's been a season of boo ball. Like we've been booed. We've booed. That's all I keep seeing. But hopefully, guys, hopefully on this win streak that we're on right now, this 5-game win streak, we can keep that up tonight. Um, it's really huge. This is a huge game. The other ones were great to win. It was SEC games, but I think this will be the true test of how good we are because Vanderbilt was undefeated. So, and that was the best record anybody had at that point. So I do believe that of all the games we've got, this one is going to be a true test of what we can do and how physical we can be. Noah does. Noah needs to find his comfort spot on those threes and just start draining them. Kentucky wins, you lose. That is a great point. Aberdeen and OA drive the lane. Chandler's on the perimeter. They can kick it back out to him. He's wide open because everybody else followed them into the paint. Perfect. If we can play inside out, we can get some threes. But we have to play inside out. There's not going to be any, passing it around outside and somebody getting open for a shot. Or they get fouled and go to the line. Exactly. So either way it goes, they either make it or they're going to get fouled and go to the line. And those two are good ones to have at the line. Curious to see how the crowd is at Memorial tonight. Snow and ice could keep most people home. Mark, you would think so, but I doubt that because this is Kentucky and where everybody's Super Bowl. So and they won a game. So, they're trying to defend that where before they'd lost any. I don't know. It depends. Denzel must play defense and offense. Correct. Denzel just playing all, he's got to play both. He's got to get out there and be physical. Everybody needs to get out there and be physical tonight, guys. There can't be anybody that's lagging. If you're lagging, you sit down because we need guys that want to win, that are going to be out there trying to give it everything they've got. If you're not, sit down. Somebody else can do just as bad or better. So, sit them down if they're not doing well. Vandy Chris says it's going to be filled with students that have been cooped up for 4 days. They will be at the top of their game as fans tonight. That is a fact. That is a fact. Sooners took a 3-point lead with 7:48 to go. Okay. But yeah, guys, it's we've got to start playing physical. We've got to. If we don't play physical, these games are going to catch up to us. And we're not going to be able to catch up in the game. So we need, yeah, Sandy, me too. I really definitely want to beat Calipari. That's for sure. Guys, we're at a turning point in our season. I believe tonight is the turning point. Beat Vanderbilt, play a physical game, don't make careless mistakes, make good decisions, communicate, And I think that that is going to show the BBN that we finally found it. Talking about our identity at the beginning of the season, like, a few games in, we didn't find our identity yet. Maybe we found our identity. Maybe it's these guys that are playing that are our identity. I know the whole team's our identity, but this group of guys, maybe Pope has finally found his starting five that he had so much trouble finding at the beginning of the season when he kept switching everything, and we never had the same starting five a couple times maybe one time we had them twice in a row. But I think maybe it's all finally coming together, and I'd rather have it come together better now than later. So I think everybody's finally becoming accustomed. I think they know they're going to sit down if they don't play. And, Kentucky wins, you lose. Yes, shorten the bench. It's working great. So I say we stick with what works. Don't change anything. Kentucky cannot afford to fall behind by 15 or 20 on the road with Vandy in that crowd. It is a dangerous trend, Vandy, Chris. And I do believe that, that's going to be our biggest problem tonight is trying to make sure that we don't get that far behind because we're not going to get, trying to come back from that in that area, in that environment. It depends on if the new guys are affected by it or not. I really think. Because if they're not affected by it and they don't let it bother them, I don't think that that's going to be a factor. But if they let it get in their heads and they let the fans get in their heads, then I think it could be an issue. So that's where I'm feeling. But we have to play like the ones that want it tonight. We can't play like, oh, we're gonna play catch up. No, we have to literally go out there and join the dog fight and give it everything we've got for 40 minutes. We do have heart. We do. I mean, we've come back from 16 down, 18 down. They do have heart. And Ortega has stepped into the leadership role in the last 5, 6 games to where it's really making a difference with the team because he has stepped up and he has taken on that role. Will your new guys not be affected to learn the benches or at the end of the court? Yeah, that might be kind of crazy. Yeah, that might be kind of weird to them, but I think it'll be okay. I agree with you, Eric, 100%. We are not the same team as we used to be. I agree. We have come so far, but I think this game tonight is the one that's really going to show us just how good we can be. That's the way I feel about it. Chris McVeigh, you're so funny. The name Vandy and Chris together is sacrilege. That's hilarious. But no, I just, we have improved so much, guys. Tonight's going to be a test. We'll have to see how it turns out. It is 21 minutes until game time. I know it's late, and I know a lot of you probably have children to get to bed or whatever you have to do at this time of night to get ready for the game. My dog is not even in here tonight. Um, I love you guys so much. If you didn't click the like button, please do so. Give me as many likes as I can get tonight. Mike will either do a post game or he will post a video with his interpretation of the post game. Hopefully, we can keep his blood pressure down tonight. Uh, Mike, Jimmy, BC, everybody, I love you guys. We love you, all of our viewers that come and sit with us, our subscribers, the people that just jump in for the first time. Even we do this for you. I really thoroughly enjoy it. I don't know if you can tell or not, but this is like one of my favorite things in the world is being here with you guys and doing this. This has given me such joy in my life. So we can do this. Go take your dogs out, grab you a drink. Eric says he's got his burgers and beer. Go to the bathroom if you need to, get your kids settled, grab you a drink, do whatever you need to do. Let's get this win tonight. I love you guys. Go Big Blue. Go Cats.